my mum came into school, and then she came with my aunt, and she was like, "You got it!" I ran. I was like,
I love that. I'm Shireen.
And I'm Keela, and welcome to
I'm That Kid.
We'll be talking to kids who do big things in the world of dance,
Sports,
social media,
theatre,
film,
TV,
and more.
And we'll be finding out all about their journey, guys, what it actually takes to be that kid.
Be prepared to learn, laugh, and have fun. Let's get into the episode.
Guys, before we start this episode, we need you to do us a huge favour.
We need you to subscribe.
We know that you love the channel and that you're liking it, you're sharing it, you're posting about it, but we also need you to subscribe. That's what helps the channel grow. That's what helps us to stay consistent.
And that's what helps us to get more guests.
So all you need to do is click on the button, subscribe. If you're not signed into an account, just put your email address in and sign up, and then you can be fully subscribed to the ITK fam.
You'll be part of it. Everyone's welcome.
We have today
a very special guest.
We say a very special guest, but you know they're always special, guys. He is been in the game for a while. Your favourite celebrity, he's probably had a chat with them. His name is Jeriah.
You're making me sound old. I've been in the game for so long. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you guys so much.
You're very welcome. Oh, man. Listen, we've got so much to talk to you about, because you have been doing your thing for a while now, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think we'll start where we always start with everybody and tell us...
All the way back.
All the way back, yeah. So can you take it back for us? First, tell us what it is you do now, and then take us back to what you were like when you were younger and how we got there.
Okay, so hi everyone. My name's Jeriah. What I do now, I'm a presenter, actor/actor. I present for various different companies and things like that. And I've been doing it professionally since 2022. But I've always been into it since really young. I've always known it's something I wanted to do, because my family, they've always been into performing arts, doing drama classes, whether it's rigging the lights or whatever.
Right.
They've always just been into performing arts, and they've always inspired me.
Yeah.
To always just do this sort of thing.
So what I find so interesting is, as a kid, because I hope you don't mind me calling you that.
Yeah,
He's 14,
I'm a kid.
guys.
I'm 14.
Yeah, he's 14.
I'm still young.
But as a kid, how did you know about presenting? Is it just that you're a bit of a chatterbox? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it sort of the personality was so big, it's like, okay, where did we go with this? How did it come about?
It's interesting because I always knew I wanted to do something in this sort of creative industry. But I never knew about presenting until I did the thing called the BAFTA Young Presenter Competition.
Wow.
Where it's like a competition for presenting. And if you want to enter it, you can in 2 different age categories. I don't want to get it wrong. It's like 14 to 50. Search up the BAFTA Young Presenter Competition. I forgot the age categories, but there's 2 different age categories and you enter it. And it's quite a long process. You do the self-tape, and then there's thousands of videos they have to watch. And then if you get through to that, you go through straight to the finals, and you go to the headquarters, and it's just it's an amazing place.
Wow.
And then I went to headquarters, and then after that, it takes so long. I waited it was like 2 months, I think, 2-3 months before they told me I got it, and I was so excited.
Tell us
like
about the celebration.
I want to celebration because my mum was checking her emails every single day.
Of course,
she was checking them
every hour.
I was like, I was like, Mum, did I get it? Mum, have you gotten it yet? Mum, I was like, and after a while, you just think, I didn't get it until it was during school, actually, lunchtime. My mum came into school, and then she came with my aunt, and she was like, "You got it!" I ran. I was like,
I love that.
I started crying. I ran to my teacher. I gave my teacher a hug because they were originally the people who told me to go for it in the first place.
Oh, really?
And that's such a big thing. I was like, I'm not really sure. I'm not confident enough to go for it. It was such a big thing, and I was just like, I took a leap of faith. God as well helped me. It was amazing.
Talking about the BAFTAs, I saw that you met the one and only Ariana Grande.
I met Ariana, yes. the BAFTAs.
That must be like.
That was just.
Have you even managed to sort of comprehend that you were there? It's just such a huge accomplishment.
I still wake up and I'm like,
Was that
"Bro,
me?
Like the
was that you?"
BAFTAs?
Like, with the day after it, it was a dream.
Yeah.
And then I looked on Instagram and I just saw like all the famous people who were there. I felt so out of place. What's the syndrome called again? You know, the
Imposter.
Yeah, imposter syndrome.
But
I
I
felt
tell you
such a
something,
big imposter
Jeriah.
syndrome.
This is what made you really stand out to me when I've watched your bits. Is you absolutely looked like you were supposed to be there. Do you know what I mean? It's
Thank
like
you.
they wanted to talk
Yeah.
to you because they knew, like, okay, this interview is going to be fun. This is where the vibe is. This kid knows how to kind of draw out of people, and that's what you want in a good presenter.
Yeah.
And you, mate, you got that.
And I think like a thing is over time as well. Like in the beginning, I wasn't that confident. I was all over the place, stuttering over my words. But I feel like over time, when you go to all these sorts of events and you build your experience, you build your collage of things that you've done, it's like you become more confident.
Yeah.
And when you have such a great team around you, like it's such a big thing to see you guys here because mother, daughter, like it's just. I do all my stuff by myself. Obviously, I have my mum in the background there.
Big up, mummy.
But yeah, just you guys are on the camera together. You guys experience everything together. So cool. I'm so jealous that you guys get to do it as well.
Well, you're here with us as well. What do you want to say, Kiki?
What's your best memory?
My best memory. Probably finding out the BAFTA when I
Okay,
got the
so
BAFTA.
finding out
finding
about
out
it.
about the BAFTAs, and I guess just because the industry is so spontaneous, you never know what's around the corner. So it's just like my mum might tell me, "Oh, Jeriah, you have this coming up." I'll get so excited.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes, I have this coming up. I get to meet this person." So yeah, it's just it's different things.
I want to know who your favourite interviewee was.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Yeah, come on. All right, give us top three. Give us top three.
Top three. So I do premieres as well. I do live premieres in Leicester Square. So when the movie's about to come out in London, I'll host the premieres with another presenter. So when I do those, I get to meet all the celebrities who come. So my first one, I'd say Scarlett Johansson
Okay.
from Marvel.
Yeah. She's
She's
play?
Black Widow.
Black Widow. Yeah.
I would do Chris Hemsworth in Marvel again. I'm a big Marvel fan. He's Thor. And
Ooh.
Have
you just realised who he is?
I was like, oh.
And then I'll do Cynthia Erivo as well. From Wicked,
yes.
Cynthia Erivo when she came. Oh no, Letitia Wright as well. I'd put her in there as well. Letitia Wright.
And
Cynthia
why do you
Erivo.
pick those specific people? Is it because of your interaction with
Yeah,
them?
I guess it's such a big thing because again, before cameras start rolling, you have that little 2 minute, 1 minute to just sort of have a conversation and build that sort of short relationship before you start actually filming. And it's just like the amount of things you can say before the cameras start rolling is amazing, and just sort of building that small relationship.
Yeah.
And the Letitia Wrights, the Cynthia Erivos, they're such big role models for people like me as well, and being a young black person in the industry. So it's so inspiring to meet them as well.
What was your reaction when you got Witch Boy, I think it was?
So that was funny because they came to me and my mum and were like, they came to my agency actually. They came to my agency, Yat.
Which agency
I'm
you're
with Yat, Yati in Islington.
Okay.
Young Actors Theatre. I do classes and then obviously then agency as well. So they came to my agency and they were like, we need a sort of young boy for this particular sort of role. And the agency, obviously they recommended me because the director was going to them and they recommended me. Then they came to my house. They wanted to have like a little meeting about the role because obviously it's
quite
a power,
intense,
it's an
isn't it?
intense role
Yeah.
based on a true story. So yeah, they came to me. They were like, "Oh, we'd love Jeriah to do this." And obviously, Kindoki, it means witch boy in Lingala, in Congo, where I'm from. And it was such a powerful thing. And me and my mum really took a step back and were like, "Do you want to do this? And do you know what it means and the meaning behind it?" But it was so amazing.
How old were you when you did that?
I was 12, I think. I was 12, 13, 12. And we filmed during a half term, and we filmed for I think it was 2 weeks actually, a week or two. But yeah, and it was so funny because after every scene, there'll always be the crew or everyone. They'll be asking me, "Jeriah, you okay? Jeriah, you okay?"
Yeah.
After every powerful scene, it was just like
Because we
I'm
watched
fine.
some of the clips.
Yeah.
and I could feel Keela. You know, she's
Yeah.
10, so and it is a real tough subject, a real tough
Definitely
subject
is, yeah.
matter, and you did an amazing job.
Mm-hmm.
But how would you prepare for something like that?
First, I would say it's good to have a good relationship with the crew
Of
and obviously
course.
your director who you're working with, because they're with you through all these tough scenes, and we'd always have a little run through of what's gonna happen and making sure that I'm okay and that they're okay with what we're gonna film. Also, obviously having my family and my mum there, being on set, always just making sure I'm comfortable, making sure I have what I need to go for the scene, and having Mardoshi, who was the boy who all of this happened
wow,
to.
really?
I would speak to him after every scene. I'd be like, "Am I doing this right?" I would just always go to him and be like, "Am I doing this right? Is this exactly what happened? Am I doing this right?" Because I was like to him, I want to make sure that I do this justice, justice for you, to everything that happened. So I just wanted to get it perfect, and I wanted
Amazing.
to just
Can you
perfect
just
it.
make sure everybody's aware? Because I don't know if they heard when you asked the first question. What's just say the full name of the film?
It's called Kindoki. Is it which coming? That coming? It's called Kindoki Witch Boy. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. It's such a powerful
It's
short
brilliant.
film, mini short film. But
Yeah.
yes, thank you. guys.
Many strings to your bow. Listen.
Next question. Do you have any setbacks? And if you do, how do you overcome them?
Obviously we're both actors.
Yeah.
And I feel like the setbacks can be, when we have a lot of self tapes to do. We might not always get them. We might not always get to the next round. So when we do get the no's,
Oh.
nice. You get more no's than yeses. And what me and my mum like to do is, once you do a self tape, is like we do it, we move on, we completely forget about it. We completely forget about it.
Yeah.
It's out of our minds.
100%. Yeah.
And if we do get, obviously it's amazing. We
Yeah.
got through to the next round. But if we don't, we just completely forget about
Yeah.
it. Because I might have a shoot the next day for whoever I'm filming for, and if I didn't get a role or I didn't get through to the next round, I can't let that affect me because I might not be 100% for tomorrow. Because if you did let all those no's affect you, you'd be finished. So
That's such good advice, Jeriah.
You just move on straight to the
and
next one.
we're the same, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think we
I
definitely.
get quite emotional if I didn't get something. Like when I auditioned for Lion King, I got a DTL, meaning down the line, meaning I have to come back next year on audition. But I didn't really understand, so I thought it was just an automatic no.
Yeah.
So I was
Okay, yeah,
crying
yeah.
my eyes out. But then my mum told me what it actually meant, and then I auditioned again, and I got it.
And you got it. Look, it's so like full circle as well.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, if you don't even get through to the next round, they might, jot down your name. You might not be
Yeah.
perfect for that role, but if there's another role that comes, you'll be perfect for that role.
Yeah,
It
you
it's
just
so
never,
full circle.
just give your all to everything that you
Yeah.
do, and it will. If it's meant for you, it will come back. Oh my gosh, I've got so much that I want to ask you.
I'm all open.
So tell us, what do you prefer? Do you prefer, because it's very different, isn't it? Like, I know this for you, like you were saying before we started
Yeah.
rolling, like, oh my gosh, this is different for me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're usually on the other side. So what do you prefer, the interviewing or the acting?
With the acting, presenting, that's the big question that a lot of people ask me. Do I prefer the presenting or the acting? And I feel like I love them both in their different ways. But I feel like I started presenting more earlier, and I was sort of honing my craft more there. But then I feel like it helped with when I did get an acting role. I was already used to being in front of the camera, and I wasn't shy about anything. But they're both different, but then they're both the same at the same time, if that makes sense. I couldn't tell you what I love more, I'll be honest with you.
The answer?
If my co-stars are watching this from my acting roles, I love you guys. If my co-stars from my presenting are watching this, I love you guys. They're just both so different.
Yeah.
But I can't answer that question.
That's fine. And I think you're in a really, amazing position where you do both really well.
Thank
so
you.
whichever
Thank you.
one comes in, you can rock it. So that's
Thank
brilliant.
you so much.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Where do I see myself in 10 years? I'll be honest with you. I want to be established in in the acting space and be established in the presenting space as well, doing the big awards like the Grammys, the Oscars, the Tonys, the Brits, but also just everyone knowing my name and just... But then again, I was asking myself this not too long ago. I was like, do I want to be in this industry, or do I want to go, down the more commercial route and be a lawyer, whatever, a doctor, whatever? But, I'm still young. So, I don't know.
Time
yeah.
to pick.
But definitely, I'll be honest with you, definitely still be in the industry, whether it's directing, producing, or whatever. I definitely still probably want to be in the industry.
What I think is brilliant is the skills that you have from doing this, what you're doing from such a young age, from from Keela, yourself, everybody that we speak to, it's transferable, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So like you said, even if you wanted to sort of say to mum one day, do you know what, I want to be a lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have those communication skills which will take you so far, so nothing is lost, really.
Definitely, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I wanted to know, what do you do in your spare time? Like, what are your hobbies?
In my spare time, outside of this, I'm a pretty normal teenager, to be fair. I love playing games with my friends online. I love playing football. I'm quite an active person in general. I love just spending time with my family. I feel like it's important to have your family really close in this sort of industry. So spending time with them, I try to go to have a sleepover at each of my family's houses when I'm not working or filming. But I'm just pretty normal, just watching TV, games, chilling. What do you like to do in your spare time?
Probably with my mum.
Yeah.
Like shopping or something.
Yeah.
But most of the time...
She don't leave me alone.
I'm my shadow, that's what she says.
Yeah, my shadow.
But I just normally like same with you, like just like chill, watch TV, just be on my phone all the time. But yeah, that's really it.
I even forgot to ask, how did you get into this sort of... I know I'm telling you to get into you and I'm sorry it comes out, but how did you get into this?
He can't help himself! Look at this!
I feel like that's more of a question for my mum, because she kind of got me into this. Because I used to do modelling, and then I started modelling at the age of 2. My first ever modelling thing was for Clark's, the shoe brand, and then I got into more of adverts. So I did Cadbury chocolate fingers and stuff, and then I did adverts with family. So we did Sainsbury's, we did Centre Parks and stuff.
All the big
and
brands.
then I feel like when I got into theatre, I think someone recommended it to you or something.
What, the
Yeah,
theatre?
yeah.
Yeah. I think somebody said, oh, you should put her up for Lion King.
Yeah.
They're auditioning. And I thought, but can Keela sing?
No.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Turns out she can. So that's how that sort of journey started, isn't it? But then with the podcast,
That was all you.
Yeah.
yeah, we just I just thought it'd be an amazing thing to do. We spoke about this beforehand, and I really love getting to know what's going on behind people's journey. I love to know people's story, and I'm interested in you amazing kids that are just doing these really great things. And I thought, well, I don't want to just sit there by myself and just question these kids. And so I thought, oh, you'll do.
You'll do.
She'll be a good co-host. And also, obviously, Keela can relate, but you're enjoying it, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're enjoying it.
It's really cool as well, because I feel like we've needed something like this, just a place where, young stars can go to just talk and really talk about behind the scenes and what's going on.
Yeah, and just let people know that you are normal kids, as you said, and it's difficult. It's not just, oh, we get a job and then we take a picture and we smile and that's that. There's a lot that goes into it. And also, I feel like people want to be able to relate and also know, oh, so you went, like you said, you go to Yachts. Yeah. And people might not know in North London where to go. So
it's in Islington, Yachts, Young Actors Theatre in Islington. They do classes every single week. So go.
Yeah.
I have a question. So since you do acting and presenting, what is something that you do, and if you told someone, they might think it's a little unusual?
Oh, what, for both things?
Well, Just like anything that you do, like it doesn't have to be from
Do you
birth.
play chess or anything?
Yeah, like something like that. Like you're good at chess.
what they
or
might
something.
what they might think is a bit weird. For presenting, there's this thing where it was one of my producers who I used to rush over my words a lot, and I used to like talk really fast and blah, 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 and I'd go over it. And now every time before I was acting or presenting, before the cameras start rolling, I do like ooh. I do lots of mouth exercises, and people look at me like, "What, Jeriah? What are you doing?" And I'm like, trust me, it helps." And it's
Oh, we might need that. Let's do. So what?
So not okay.
Okay, come on,
So,
let's go.
okay, so you start with your mouth wide and go like and then you make your face really small. You go ooh, and then you do and you like tongue.
Yeah, I do that with my
Yeah, I
singing
think
teacher.
and put them all the way. But just loads of different mouth exercises just to get the blood running there and just not to rush over your words. But it helps a lot.
Thank you.
I
We
look
will be
weird too.
using this. Let us know if you see a difference. So, Jeriah, where do you find your confidence? Because it's so nice sitting here talking to you. I'll tell you something. There's a lot of 14-year-old boys who are going through whatever they're going through, as we know you go through.
Yeah.
And they just wouldn't be able to sit and talk and look people in the eye. And so I want to know, where do you find that confidence?
I'll be honest with you. Ever since I was young, my family around me, they'll be like, "Oh, Jeriah, you're good at dancing, you're good at singing, you're good at this." But I used to think, "Oh, they're just being nice. They're just saying that. I'm related to you. You're going to say that anyways, aren't you?"
Yeah.
But as I'd grow up and people in school and people outside of school, I'd go to events and be like, "Oh, Jeriah, you should really think about doing this." And the more people started to say that, I think, "Oh, maybe I'm actually good at this, and maybe I should actually put myself forward to do these sorts of things." And it'll naturally build my confidence, and also just going to different events and talking to different people and getting advice from different people, it naturally builds your confidence anyway. So I feel like just talking to different people, cool people like you, and just getting the feedback from around you and good feedback, it naturally builds your confidence. I feel like that's where I get my confidence from.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for anyone wanting to do like presenting or acting?
Definitely put yourself forward. You have to put yourself forward. If you don't put yourself forward, you're not going to get anywhere.
Right, you got to be in it to win it.
Yeah, you got to be in it to win it. Literally, put yourself forward. Don't think about what other people think, because listen, I'm 14. I'm in secondary school. I'm in year 9 currently, and this is not something like a lot of people my age do. So you literally can't think about your school friends or whatever. You literally you got to be in your own lane. Go for it. Put yourself forward. Even for the BAFTA thing, I didn't really think I was confident enough to do it, but my teachers said go for it. I put myself forward. Now look, I'm meeting cool people like you, and I'm meeting other cool people like all these big actors. And just put yourself forward. Don't let anyone tell you can't do it. Definitely.
And do you have a separate agent for acting and presenting, or is it kind of all in one?
It's actually with all my presenting stuff, my mum gets.
Okay.
But with
Mummy.
with all my acting stuff, it's through my agency, obviously, because obviously for the presenting thing, I put myself forward for that. It wasn't through my agent.
Yeah, got
so
you.
Through that, just other people saw me, and obviously my mum was my point of contact. So yeah, all my presenting stuff is my mummy, and then all my acting stuff is my agent. So that's how I sort of find stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned there, which I think is really key at your age, you're doing something that a lot of kids are not doing, basically.
Yeah.
What is the response? What kind of response do you get from your peers?
I'll be honest with you, till like maybe the beginning of, until after the BAFTA thing, my friends didn't really know what I did. Only like a couple of my close friends. None of them knew what I did. Like
Was that purposeful?
Yeah, it was purposeful.
Okay.
Because you never know how people are going to react. So it'll be like I'd have a shoot the day on Sunday and I go into school on Monday acting like nothing happened. So with the BAFTA thing, it was like people didn't know what I did until they saw it in socials, because it was all over social media, all the BAFTAs and me interviewing these big stars. So they saw me, Jeriah, is that you? And then they told me, they'll be scrolling on TikTok, and obviously when you get an ad, you just scroll straight past it. And then someone was like, wait, I thought I recognized that voice, and they go up and they see me, and it was crazy. But they all took it well. They're like,
It was a good response.
it's so cool what you're doing. And then through that, a lot of people would text me on my TikTok or Instagram, and they'd be like, oh, how did you get into this? And do you have any tips or advice and stuff like that? So it was full circle.
That's
They all
good.
took
I'm
it
glad.
really well.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, mister. Well, we are going to go on to
Quick fire.
Quick fire, okay.
quick fire.
Let me set up for this.
Yeah.
Okay, should I start?
Yeah, you go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Favorite color.
Green.
Favorite season.
Season, summer.
Favorite social media platform.
TikTok.
Favorite animal.
Cheetah.
Favorite food.
My mom's spaghetti bolognese.
Favorite
Hate
film.
my mom's spaghetti.
What?
my mom's one. Mm-mm.
We don't like it. Whoa, the shade. Mama, you're right there. Mom.
I don't know if I can continue.
Mom, you're right there.
No, wait, no, it's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. Favorite film or TV show.
Right now I'm watching Vampire Diaries. I'm rewatching it.
I really like
I love
that.
it. Yeah.
Favorite clothing brand or shop.
Nike. Has got to be Nike, JD.
Favorite song or artist.
Favorite song or artist? I love them all. I love them all. Go.
Cop out.
Who's your inspiration?
My inspiration. I'm gonna take my time on this answer. My inspiration is. Do you know a presenter called Mo Gilligan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo Gilligan. I love his show. It's so cool. I love his boldness. I love his banter with his audience. Because I got to interview him not too long ago. Not too long ago, I say that like 2 years ago. Yeah, he's such a cool guy.
I see
love
you.
him so
I
much.
see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Your vibes
Mo
are
Gilligan,
aligned.
yeah.
Yeah. He's great. So he kind of started off as a comedian, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he did, yeah.
And I think
Yeah, he's
Really
really
over
cool.
time.
I can see you.
Yeah.
I can see the Jeriah show.
So Jeriah, let's get it.
Yeah. Okay, wicked. All right. Well, listen, mister. You are absolutely a revelation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
I've
you.
really enjoyed speaking to you. And like I said, it's nice to have a guy. Nice to have someone a little bit older.
Yeah.
And just the fact that you're just doing you.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot. You guys are, like I said again, you guys are such a big inspiration. We needed a show like this, I feel like, just to get young people like me and you on it. So it's really, really cool. It's really relatable as well. So
Guys, I think you've enjoyed this one. There's something that we need you to do.
Like and subscribe.
Subscribe, guys. If
Subscribe.
you want more guests like this one that are going to give you the tea and are going to give you some tips and tricks and know-how in this industry, you got to subscribe. All right, we're going to say thank you so much. We're going to have a little dance with you, right? Can we have a little-
Let's get some TikTok dances going.
Yeah, let's get some TikToks going.
Yeah.
But guys, give it up for
Jeriah!
Oh, that was amazing.
That was wicked.